Is this a good angle?
Yeah, it's good. I've got multiple camera angles, so you're good.
No, that's extra scary.
You are good. We're going to see all of the Jerry.
I was about to
All
say,
of it.
Nobody told me I had to shower.
Yeah, we are live.
Hey.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play some music while people start rolling in here.
People gonna be rolling in.
Midwest SBL, louder than ever, bringing you the fire. It's DJ Rusticles.
Bryan, he changed his name. Is that Byron? I think so. Can you guys hear us? I believe you can hear us. Well, thank you, Mr. SD. Thank you. You got a question? Shoot it out. Jerry will be glad to answer all your questions. And it sprinkles. It sprinkles at the end. Little sprinkles. How's everybody's day today? Is everybody doing great?
Yeah.
Is everybody having
Pretty good day. Yeah.
There's no mistakes. It's just happy little accidents. We're having a good time.
I thought you were going for Bob Ross. I was pretty sure.
Is that what that was?
So we got Jerry over here. It's been, probably a month and a half since we've done a show.
It's been a while.
We have been, and I apologize, folks. It has been quite a long time.
We've been busy.
We have been that busy. And then at the end of the day, nobody's got motivation to just hang out at the end of the day. So we got Jerry Howard here with us. He's been on the show before, but guess what, guys? Jerry, tell us why you're here today. Into the microphone, my friend.
Okay. I don't know. Why am I here?
Why are you here today,
Why-
Jerry?
I don't.
Did you strike a new employment opportunity?
I did. I'm glad you asked, Bryan.
Oh, tell us about your new employment opportunity you've been
well,
given.
I will be here at Sundown Audio.
Oh,
Um,
for at least 90 days.
for at least
At
90
least.
days.
Minimum.
Probational period of 90 days.
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. So yeah, we hired on Mr. Jerry Howard to help out, customer service wise, mostly going to be on the warranty return.
You got to
side
get
of
the
things.
no warranty tattoo like Mike Jenkins has
Yeah,
now.
buddy.
Oh, I actually bought some buttons that say yes and no. So I'm kind of excited about that.
This is a big yes and no, but you got to get a big stamp and stamp it on the paperwork. Failed.
Says turn it up, Brian. Turn it up.
Turn it up, huh? The sound.
Yeah.
It says turn up the gain.
Okay. Up the gain a tad low.
Can you hear me now? How about now? No? Maybe no.
How about now?
No?
I went up a little bit, but I have to be careful because I don't want to be clipping y'all speakers.
Well, we got a question already from Jim Marvelous.
All right, Jim Marvelous. What's the question? What's up, fellas? Is that one?
No, give some info.
Oh, no, there was another question before from
Was there?
Ronco. Says,
Oh,
how
there it is.
long with an LCS take 600 watts continuous? Well, an LCS is considered 300 watts RMS. So if you're doing 600 watts, you got to be careful. I've seen people put more.
Yep.
We can't tell you to put more.
Yep. I will say this. The LCS voice coil and ventilation system is on par with the E version 2.
Which is a 500 watt woofer.
Yeah. So it's pretty stout. It's pretty stout.
We've seen people obviously do 1,000 watt amps on 2 of the 300 watt LCSs all day long, have no issues. But we're going to tell you, obviously, to use a 600 watt amp on a pair.
You'll never have a problem ever.
Ever. He's saying continuous now. Remember, continuous means all day long.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to say sine wave 600. It's a lot different than 600 watt
Yeah.
amp as well.
There we go. So what'd you Marvelous say?
Info on SDX and Sia series amplifiers.
All right.
So the SDX amps are a pretty high fidelity miniature Class D, which are water resistant, not waterproof. They can take some water sprinkled on them because they have a coated circuit board. And again, they're very high end Class D. A lot of our dealers compare them to like the JL HD series. In fact, the Munsons have a shop out in New Mexico, and they install a lot of them in the place of the JL HDs because they're a lot less expensive. So they're pretty on point with those.
If the sound is still too low, let me know. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. So what was I going? SDXs, really small, compact, high fidelity, great little amps, and the monos are coming out soon. 400, 800, 1200. Right now we just have the multi-channels.
All right, I think
Yeah,
I just turned the sound up a little
And
more.
let's see, Sia amplifiers. So the Sia amplifiers you can think of as SFB version 2, similar circuit design ish, but more rugged, and they do the same power from 1 ohm to 2 ohm. Actually, several of them do a little bit more power at 2 ohms, which is actually a massive bonus in my opinion. You're like, why do you want the power at 1 ohm resistive when you're going to have reactive anyway?
Yeah, I've got the SDX 90.2 that I'm going to be putting in my truck for the pair of the BT tweeters that we have. Perfect setup. The tweeters are considered rated at 100 watts. 90.2 is obviously 90 watts, so you're not missing much there. I mean, hell, they're tweeters anyway. You know?
Yeah.
So
by the time you high pass the tweeter, the power that actually sees is minuscule.
yeah, so I'm gonna be putting those in. I'm gonna do a YouTube video series for you guys. Haven't done one since we done Donnie's build, so we're gonna do a truck that I just purchased, and we're gonna talk about that truck here shortly. About my experience owning a truck for a couple weeks and wrecking it. We'll talk about that here shortly when everybody gets in the room.
Hey, SD Designs, thank you. Been working out hard, buddy.
Yes. Take that shirt off, Jake. Come on,
I
baby.
don't know about all that.
Yeah, you got this.
So Skip wants to know the difference between the Neo Pro and the Vex. A massive difference in motor force. The Vex is a much bigger coil in the Vex. So if you want to put just a shit ton of power on a driver, get the Vex.
Yeah.
If
Big
you're,
old
if you're
coil.
comfortable with like the moderate amount of power, the Neo Pro is a better choice. Also, the Neo Pro is a little bit stronger mid-bass output and an infinite baffle.
And it's a ton lighter than Neo Pro is.
Yes.
So if you're trying to do multiple drivers in a door and not want to reinforce your door too much, Neo Pro is the way to go.
So we had the prototype Vex 10 went to Trinidad, and the guys ran like a whole concert with it with a 3,000 watt Behringer amplifier.
yeah.
Of course, they had it high pass, and I'll keep that in mind.
Right.
So I was pretty impressed by that, and they were too.
Yeah, Ernesto wants to run the Salt amps, definitely. So again, this truck that I'm going to do this video series on, I'm going to do the Salt 17.5 or 1700.5. Use the sub channel, which is the 5th channel, and I'm going to use the channels 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to actually bridge those on some Vexes in the doors.
Yep. So we got one from Joey. What 2 channels do you got? So we have 200.2 and 400.2.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, 2 channels aren't all that popular. I have the big 1500.2, but I'm kind of debating whether I want to make it or not. Because, like, just the 2 channels are so much less popular than 4 channels. I have the 1750 by 4, which I'm pretty confident I will make because everyone loves 4 channels.
Yeah. I don't know. These really big builds out here, I think they would benefit a lot from the big 2 channels because they don't even really care about stereophonic crap anyway.
I mean, I'd love to make it. It's just I would hate to invest like a huge chunk of money in making it and then no one buys it.
Right. Well, we've got a lot of amps under our belt at the moment. Like, this is probably the most amount of amps we've ever had different series, different versions of in ever. So, and hell, most of them are in stock right now, too.
Yep.
This is the first time we've had some shit in stock in a long time.
So, Byron, we did testing with the Sayas under 1 ohm, and they did fine for us. They'll generally cut out before anything happens, but I still don't honestly recommend it.
Yeah, the Sayas actually do this thing where I always like to say this word. They always like to retard the output. they I don't know what you call that, where they kind of back down a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of like back down,
and they make a funny noise, and it's actually how you know something's messing up.
Derek did like 100 back-to-back quarter ohm burps on the Saya 1750 in the Blazer. So,
I wonder if Donnie's coming in here. Where's Donnie?
You know what? There is a very handsome guy in this room with us.
Yeah. SD Designs, thank you very much.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
Jacob. Is that
I love Skip.
God, what's his name? SD Designs. Is that the Snap-on dude with Cigar Joe?
Scott Dilbeck?
Scott, yeah. Is that you, Scott? It is SD Designs. Duh. Does that make sense? Thanks again, Scott.
So this is the cigar I bought at the lounge I chilled out with you guys. So let me just make sure I tell it to you exactly right. I bought a box of them from the guy that was in there doing the event, and it was the Don Gonzalez Triple Ligero.
Dude was straight out of Cuba or somewhere in that region.
Yeah.
He was sitting there rolling cigars.
Yeah.
Really cool place. We just happened to upon the place. We were there a couple nights before.
Yep.
And it was like dead. And then we get there, was it Sunday night?
It was hopping.
Dude, there was like 1 million people there.
They had that event, you know.
They had cupcakes there and shit.
I don't remember any of that because
they had a raffle that I didn't win anything on. But anyway, speaking of Cigar Joe and Scott, those guys, we are most likely bringing them on. I mean, it's been approved.
Yeah.
They're going to distribute our products in the Atlanta area.
Yep.
Atlanta is a huge area.
Huge.
We only have maybe one dealer out there who's doing really well, but we want to kind of get more of our products in that area. So they're going to help with that and kind of police the area, get it to the right people, get it to the right shops. I don't remember the name of the company, though. Do you remember the name?
You put me on the spot. You made me
forget. I forgot. They'll say it here. Scott or Cigar Joe, make sure you tell us the name of that company.
So Ronco, that is in fact very difficult to make a surround not dimple at high excursion, because if you think about, geometrically, you have a surround that's in this type of 3D space and you're pushing it this way, it's really difficult to make it not have dimples. But the Mega W doesn't have dimples, but I wish I had an update on that. I really don't.
Thank you very much, William. Crystal's actually on our way here. We're going to talk about the my proposal here shortly.
Hang on one second.
You got your mama calling?
Yeah.
So tell us about your experience on the way up here, Jerry, because it took you days to get up here. Well, you came Friday, right?
Yeah. Well, no. Thursday. Thursday I came.
Is it Thursday?
Yeah.
And then you had to go. What happened with the lease? So, by the way, Jerry's living in the basically same place I'm living in. I helped him, get this place that he's living at. And by the way, did you meet the landlord yet? You met him in person?
Yeah, I did.
He's like this little old guy, just little old dude with his little hat.
I didn't see it coming. It was like something out of a movie, honestly. But yeah, he reminded me a lot of crap. What was that movie? There was I'm gonna think of it later, and I'm gonna let you know. But I'm on the spot, so I can't really.
All right, well, we're doing a
Gotcha.
show.
Process,
We're doing a show,
but,
so let me get off the
Yeah,
internet.
we went.
I'm trying to mute Jake over here. He's loud.
But we came up, or I came up Thursday. You know, got some stuff situated, and then left. Came back last night, and
You got
just
it
about
late
finished.
last night.
Yeah, it really was.
These things happen. But anyway, how did you like the landlord?
He was a cool dude. He waived the month of December's rent. That was pretty awesome.
Oh, that is
Oh,
awesome.
nice. Good for you. Not, he needs to waive my damn rent for bringing all these people to him.
I'm gonna let him know because I'm supposed to give him the other copy of the lease back. So
You're good. I mean, hell, you're not even really moved in yet anyway. You know,
Yeah.
you're already halfway through November,
exactly.
so it's understandable.
Right.
Yeah, he's good people. You do him right, he'll do you right. I've never had any trouble with the place I live. I've had some weird experiences with different tenants, but other than that, that's about it.
I'm curious, but I don't want to like.
Well,
ask.
I've already told the story on here. When I first moved in there, I was in a different building,
Yeah.
and my neighbor was a drunk old white lady who hit on me like the first day I met her,
Oh.
and she got hammered, took her shirt off, and had me walk her upstairs to her bedroom, and that's where the whole term "fried eggs" came from, because it looks like fucking fried eggs. Yeah, and then she, I think the other neighbor talked to her about it, and then she hasn't really talked to me since. But I don't live in that building anymore. I moved to a different one now.
Okay. All right.
My new neighbor, which I'm on the corner now, which is great.
Same.
My new neighbor is an old lady who must be deaf because her TV is up all the way, which is cool with me because that means I can crank up my system in the living room, and she probably doesn't
Exactly.
hear it.
Yeah, see, I'm currently rocking on a Bluetooth speaker, but I plan on upgrading that very quickly. So
Yeah. Well, I got a nice little sound bar system. It's
Hey,
a 5-way system.
If you want a
It's real
sound bar,
nice.
the only one to ever buy, period, is the Sonos.
Sonos.
Yeah, ain't nobody got
Okay.
$2,000 for a sound bar, Jake.
It's not that bad. It's like 700, I think.
Hey,
It's the best
Cigar
damn
Joe.
sound bar there is, though.
I'm sure it is.
Okay.
Creative Sound Labs makes a really nice one too. They are also expensive. What do we got going here in the things here?
Somebody asked us to show the new coax, but Brian's product cam is broken right now.
Yeah, I came in here to do this show, and all the cameras weren't working. I had to get my computer is probably going to shut down in the middle of this live feed, by the way. So if we just black out, I'm sorry. So yeah, we were going to show off the ECX series speakers. We'll do a separate little thing about that. Just kind of get some things talk about it, and then maybe like tomorrow, or the next day, or something. We'll just do a quick record.
Yep.
Talk about that.
So Ronco, I like to have my spiders permanently pressed together. That's why we do it that way. The reason for space spiders is typically for coil stability laterally, but if you have your cone tall enough, you don't really need to do that. And I tend to run a tall cone with a spider pack pressed together. I like it that way because sometimes with a space spider, say you have two single spiders, they tend to be more prone to actually like sawing off at the glue joint. We would see that sometimes with S8 version 2s because I did the space spider on those. But if you are going to do it space, you want to like more than one layer per pack.
Well, a lot of the companies that do the spacing, they don't do heavy enough glue joints or any kind of collar in between.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for that.
In the mid joint, and that's where they end up breaking almost every
Yep.
time. I'm noticing.
The TC Sounds, they made great subwoofers, but their spiders were kind of weak, and they had the spacers, and so they would saw off around the
They had
glue.
pretty stiff ass spiders.
They were like mid-level stiff. But they had the great motor designs, fantastic motor designs. The coils were just, not the coils, the spiders were a little wimpy in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, Kevin, the ECX speakers that we're talking about, I know you say you want to try them. They are very deep. So anybody who's going to be doing ECX speakers, you're going to have to do some kind of pods or
Now,
something.
keep in mind, we have the standard E-coax, which is a normal coax.
Right.
These ECXs are a Pro Sound coax. They have a compression tweeter in the center,
Yep.
and the motor of it is behind the motor of the mid. That's why it's so deep.
We pretty much got the idea when we were doing the Sundown Power Sports stuff. We have a whole compression driver PA mid. I can't get it out for the Power Sports, which is waterproof. This is basically the same thing, but not waterproof.
Yeah,
Paper cone.
it's similar. Yeah,
There's no.
we wanted to offer something like that at a really good price.
Yeah. Oh, they're damn good price. That's for sure. Actually, lately we've been coming out with some stuff that I feel personally is a little bit too cheap, price wise, not quality wise. But
Yeah,
Like
well-
the new tweeters, like we can definitely up the price on those, and everybody would still be happy.
Yep.
There's also an ET tweeter coming out.
Yep.
Um,
It's like the BT but bigger.
It's like the BT but bigger. It's actually what the BT was supposed to be size wise
Yeah.
originally, but the factory.
There was a
kinda
little
messed up.
confusion. There was a little confusion.
So ETA on a new Pro tweeter. So we've got 3 different versions of the Pro tweeters coming out.
They should all be back in this year, I think.
Yeah, the BT and the GT series have already been out. Dealers already have them. They're probably already sold out.
Yeah. JP has some.
Those are
of
coming
at
back.
least one of them.
Those are coming back, right? Both of those.
Yep.
And an ET, which is like BT but bigger.
Yep.
That'll be back hopefully by the end of the year.
Should be, unless there's like weird container shit.
Which there always is.
What's up, Patrick?
We have been dealing. Let's talk a little bit about the shit we've been dealing with these containers.
Oh, it's a nightmare. Yeah, I don't want to get into it too much, but
well, we
a
can't.
lot of delays.
Lately, we haven't been able to go through our normal avenue of getting a container to America, so we have to rely on our factory to do some of that.
They
for
book
us.
it, and then my people have to go get it. But it's like they weren't
But
talking to
there's
each other.
There's
Yeah.
like 10 different companies
Yeah,
involved.
they weren't talking to each other correctly, so like they wouldn't send the arrival notice. So then the
Yeah.
container would sit there, and then my guys didn't know.
And then you pay them, and they say they didn't
we
get it
get
fast
extra
enough.
fees, and they're like, "Yeah, you need to wire us." And they're like, "Oh, never mind, the wire's not fast enough. You need to do this other method. Oh, you got to cancel."
It's a racket,
It's like,
dude.
man, come on.
It's like some straight up mafia shit.
Yeah.
They're taking your
Yeah.
money.
It's like daily storage fees, and then
Yeah.
one of them sat there so long, was like, "Hey, we're gonna liquidate your shit," and I was like, "No, I need to get that out of there."
Yeah.
You got to pay them whatever they ask for. But I set up. I had a big conference with my main broker, which is ArcBest, and I really like them, and they're gonna work out something. So
With like kind of be the middleman or what?
they're gonna handle start to finish, but they're gonna find those other containers in China for me on my behalf, and then they're gonna handle it start to finish.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so
That's
I'm pretty
nice.
satisfied.
So
with
basically, you're just paying. We're paying them to deal with the bullshit.
yeah, which they normally would do, but there's like a difference between a foreign company that books a container in China. There's separate capacity than a Chinese company that books a container, but they have like somebody that does that over there now that books it on that side. It's weird. It's complicated.
Right.
I don't really get why it has to be a difference, but there is.
Oh well, these things happen. So let's talk about my truck. So I bought a truck off of Elite Euro. Josh Skipper. Hey there, Donnie. Josh is a great guy. He had a 2008 Silverado
It's a
for
clean
me.
truck. Yeah.
Well, hold on, the white one.
Yeah,
he had,
that was
he,
clean.
he had a 2008 Silverado, brand new engine. He put in it for me. I had to wait for him to do the work on it. Right. I waited 3 months for this truck. I finally get it. I get it inspected, and then 2 weeks later, I'm rear-ended on the. Just put it back in the hole, Donnie. 2 weeks later, I'm rear-ended, and the truck's gone already. Let me get some pictures up because we're gonna have to take a look at this.
Kendrell Thomas is not with us today.
Yeah, Thomas said no. So I'm gonna get some pictures for those who don't have me on the Book of Face.
While you're looking those up, can you hear me?
We're just gonna say Jerry is
I
the
can
new
hear you.
Thomas.
What?
Oh, hold on.
I'm cool with that.
There you go. Okay, try your mic out now, Donnie.
Hey,
All right, there you go. Cool.
well, I was just gonna say, Brian, first thing you're doing tomorrow,
What's that?
cleaning the toilet.
That wasn't me,
That
Donnie.
dude,
No. Look.
dude,
all right.
it looks like a Jackson Pollock painting.
All right, listen.
I just
Dude,
got
this
here,
is
so let
disgusting.
me.
So earlier today, when I went on the toilet, before I took that really rough one that smelled bad, that's all it was. It was just smell. I didn't have an explosion. Somebody blew it up and got it all over the.
Dude,
the
I have my own
It-
bathroom. That wasn't me.
It is
I was
like,
about to say, I don't even know where the bathroom is.
dude, it's like they did it on purpose.
Yeah, it was like somebody
an artistic expression.
Somebody painted this toilet
Yeah.
seat.
Yeah,
It's underneath the seat. It's not even on the top.
I don't want to have to. I don't want to. have
I'd like
clean
to
it up.
think that's not me that did it. I don't mind cleaning toilet seat every once in a while, Donnie.
when I make you, because I don't want to do it.
It was not me. Anyway, so let's go to these pictures real quick. There we go. All right, Brooke, take care.
All right.
All right, so I was on the highway. I was literally I was like a couple miles from my exit, and there was like this wide load ahead of us, about a quarter mile up, which was causing all this damn traffic. And everybody was stop and go. We're doing about 50, 55, and all of a sudden traffic came to a complete stop. I, for the most part, stopped, but the person behind me did not. And they hit me right here, as you can see. That's where they hit me, and it went underneath. They went underneath my truck and we'll see their damage here in a second. Let's take a look here at the next.
So
picture.
Bryan and his truck both have a messed up rear end.
Yes. So I hit the
Oh.
guardrail and then hit another vehicle. And look, actually, if you look at this shit. I had my stove and a box back there, which I am very proud of myself for strapping that shit
Did
down.
you pull the
I
strap
was
and
about to
say?
say, did you pop it?
I said, this shit ain't going nowhere.
And it didn't.
That's exactly what happened. Because, I mean, imagine if I wouldn't have that shit strapped down, dude.
Or if you wouldn't have popped it.
Yeah. So my truck on like all four corners was just fucked. So
Jeez.
there's their vehicle. That's the vehicle that hit me
Wow.
first.
That don't look so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this was this is before the, because all the emergency vehicles were over here.
I'll be right back.
See, there's that. There's them putting it on there.
They took your stove?
Well, the truck's here.
That looks like Bryan from a different life. Like
it's a much larger, much more southern Bryan.
alternate dimension Bryan.
Yeah.
Toes.
And there's the new truck.
Oh.
A couple days later, I got me a
That's
new
nice.
one.
I got to get one of those.
Yeah, buddy.
Because for the record, my truck does not like the mountains at all.
No.
What kind of truck do you have?
It's a
Hello,
07
honey.
F-150.
How are you?
The bad one.
Actually,
the
I
one
would
with
like
the
you to
5.4
have
in
a
it.
seat. How about sit right there next to Jake in the middle? We're going to talk about when we went up to the mountains. If you don't mind, honey.
I want to go to the mountains.
Or you can, if you want to trade seats with somebody else, you can. But we want to hear your voice, your beautiful voice on the interwebs, honey. So anyway, I got a new truck a couple days later because I was impatient, and I'm still waiting for the insurance to cover, their insurance to cover everything. So
Yeah.
it's who knows how long that's going to take. What a mess. So let's turn your mic on. Put your headphones on.
Is there a Ford dealership around here?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Oh, yeah.
dealerships around here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think I might go get me a new truck.
Yeah,
I'm,
buddy.
I'm
Right now?
motivated. I'm like as soon as we leave here, I'm just
Just
gonna
right now?
go get me a
Take the
blacked out
mic and put it up.
F-150.
Say something.
Hello?
There we go. All right. You don't like hearing yourself on the mic, do you? So this is Crystal. She's been here plenty of times. Everybody knows Crystal. She just doesn't normally talk in the microphone. So Crystal, actually, a bunch of us went up to the mountains. Hell, it's been over a month now, hasn't it? Or it's been a month. Tomorrow it'll be a month.
Yeah.
October 16th. We went up to
Sounds
the
right.
Chimney Rock area, which is one of my favorite areas to go. And there was a reason for us going up there, and it's because we set this whole thing up. It took months to get it all set up. I had to buy a ring. That took a couple of months to get. And then we just set up. We'd have all get our schedules to work out. That was actually one of the hardest parts. I had to talk to Donnie and his wife, Thomas and his wife, and then Jake and his wife. Is that mic fucked up? Don't worry about it.
It popped like an album. It messed me all up. I wasn't ready.
It's all good. Anyway, we had to get everybody's schedule lined up to be able to do this. October 16th was the perfect day. All right, that was a Saturday. We all went up on a Friday. What the hell?
I'm having a hard time today. Having a hard time today.
And we had a good time. So we went up. First off, Friday night I got hammered. I was gone. Crystal threw up. She was gone.
I was moderately hammered.
Jake was.
We very nearly got kicked out of a very nice Italian restaurant.
Oh, no.
We were fine.
Dude, there's people that are really bad at our
More
tomfoolery.
so the hotel.
We get
Oh,
when you
yeah,
get us
that's it.
together, we almost get kicked out of everywhere. This is actually a thing because we're
Yeah.
too loud.
Thanks, Mike.
Oop, just farted. All right, so
Sound check.
yeah, Friday night we had a good night, and then here's the problem: you should probably not drink that heavily and stay up that late when you know you have to climb a mountain the next day.
Accurate.
Ooh.
So-
Also, I was missing a half a liter of blood that I had given the day before.
Right? Yes, you were. Hey, Crystal, can you turn that switch, please, all the way?
I was literally wondering what that did.
Yeah.
What
Keep
is
the
that?
smoke out.
Yeah, it's the exhaust. So anyway, we wake up the next morning. We get ourselves, and we woke up at 7:30 in the morning. We're all, we get to the mountain, and then finally the nervousness kicks in. But not only am I nervous, I'm hungover.
Have you said what you're doing yet? Like what you're?
Yeah, or proposing.
Yeah, but I don't think you actually said.
Well, it's
proposal.
actually
He said proposal.
you-
I remember.
It's,
Oh,
it's actually in the description of what we're talking about today.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, you mentioned the ring, and you mentioned
I mean,
Climbing the
obviously,
mountain.
if I'm buying a
Well,
ring, it's not for myself.
I mean, you don't know. Clarity.
Anyway, we get
communication.
to the mountain. We have to climb this damn thing. It's like 1,000,000 steps.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm hungover. I didn't get any. I got like 3 hours of sleep, and then the nervousness kicks in, and I'm sure you all remember. I'm like, oh guys, I think I might throw up.
Yep.
They knew why I was going to throw up. You just, Crystal, thought that I was hungover. Yeah.
Which you were.
Yes. Everything mixed together. Was,
And you ate like 6 pounds of gravy and biscuits.
yes. Oh my God. Yes. That's right. The biscuits and gravy.
I did all the unsmart things.
So we get to the top of no, we get to the top. Actually, so that stairwell like takes you to the top,
Yeah.
or to the chimney rock itself. It's like the gates to heaven. It's like the stairway. It's like when you look up it.
Yeah.
So all these people start coming down. I'm like, oh great. When we get up there, there's not going to be a bunch of people. It'll be a little easier for me to do this proposal. No, we get up there. There's like 50 people. There's like a shit ton of people. Everybody's looking, I felt like, at me. And then I had to gather everybody's attention. Like, may I have everybody's attention?
And your voice cracked like a teenager.
But you also were like out of breath. So
Yeah, like-
it's like everybody thought you were gonna have a heart
I was
attack.
like-
you got to the top of excuse me, everybody.
I'm like,
I'm dying.
I'm like, I'm tired. I said I was tired, by the way. I said I was tired. Why?
There was a lot going on.
Yeah,
There's a lot going on.
everything that I even thought about talking about completely gone out of my head. There was like everything was gone. Crystal,
That's what makes it magical.
when I immediately gathered everybody's attention, what was going through your head?
What the
Put
hell's going on?
your mouth right there.
You hold it like this, Crystal.
Yeah. You're really good at this. Come on, you got it.
I don't know. I was scared. I was like, what the heck is going on? And I
Move
don't
the
like-
mic to your face. There we go.
I don't like
Just like-
attention to be drawn to me, so
So-
I like automatically just go.
Did you as soon as I did that, did you think, oh, he's proposing, or did you mind go blank too?
Pretty much went blank.
You know why I went blank? Because you knew I was proposing. Was there any thought that trip was for that reason?
No, because I knew you were talking about everybody getting together to go out. When
Yeah.
You got here.
The only thing that you knew is that Thomas's wife was taking pictures.
Right.
But did that raise any red flags or anything?
No, but then being a typical girl, I was like, okay, what should I wear? Where are we going?
But you know what scared the shit out of me? During this 2-3 month period of me getting this all figured out, you kept looking up wedding dresses and shit. and
Spent on
rings.
That anyway, so.
I'm like, why? It's like, she must know what is going on. It's like, how does she know? So, yeah, anyway, I proposed to her, and she did say yes. So that's a good...
Well, we were really high up on the mountain, so if she said no, Bryan could have just jumped over. You
I
know?
could have,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
She said yes, which then I felt great and didn't have to throw up after that. So the rest of the day was fantastic.
Yeah.
Made for a much smoother walk. We walked to the waterfall, too, after that,
Indeed.
which worked
Me
out.
and Donnie did extra credit. We went all the way up the mountain.
You guys
Yeah.
did. That was that's
Yeah.
crazy. All right, let's see here. I've got pictures of that day. Let's go. Boom. So some of these pictures are from Thomas's wife, who is a professional photographer, which I hired. Well, I didn't hire, but I had her come out to do that for us. So here's one of hers, and this is that moment. There's Jake over there. Look at him smiling, and Donnie's sitting up on top of the rock. But watch some of these pictures. There's like these random people. They're just there. There's that. Look at that ass, though. Excuse me.
Yeah, Bryan, you have a really nice butt.
Yeah, look. All right, look at this lady's face. Watch this lady right here, and then watch these guys. Watch this. Yay! And then she. Oh my god! And then she's like quickly gone. She like took her shit and left. And then these guys over here are all clapping and happy. And there's the big hugs, and everybody's happy, and more happiness, and yay! And I look funny. Yeah. So yeah, everybody clapped, and it was very scary to say the least. There's the ring and the mountains in the background, and Lake Lure in the background, actually.
Really dry hands.
Yes, nobody.
Constantly washing. in
Everybody's
the
looking at.
water.
See, look, honey. Everybody's looking at the ring. All right, you're good.
That's it.
The
There's
gate's,
that.
the gate's there. We got to climb back up, and you got to get one without the gate.
The gate.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's like the hand, and then there's the gate.
It'll be all right.
Oh, I don't know. There's
Like,
when we
all
first
buttons.
arrived, it was just the three of us because we all went in one vehicle. We went to Lake Loren beforehand and had some good drinks at the
At
bar
the Haunted
there.
Inn.
There's Friday night, which is no, was that Friday night? Oh, that was
Yeah.
one of the nights. Everybody having a good old time there, on top of the mountain. Thing. Oh, Jesus, Jake! Hold on, look at that vein.
I was
Yeah,
about to
look
say,
at that
it's real
shit.
vascular.
It's
Wow.
starting to pop in, man.
Look at
I
you,
see
buddy.
man. I see you.
But you were definitely in the moment there in that picture, Jake.
I think the wind was about to blow my hat off or something.
And we just had some good times.
I've been back twice since then.
You have.
Yep.
You must really enjoy Lake Lure. I'm glad I brought you guys out there. We had a good time out there.
Yep.
Oh, thank you very much, Kendrell.
Have my
Thank you.
sympathy.
So yeah, we had a good time out there. Let's see. So there was that, and we were gonna go do the boat tour, but they were sold out.
Yep.
Lake Lure is where they filmed Dirty Dancing, or some of Dirty Dancing. There's a lot of haunted hotels.
I was
out
hoping
there,
we
too.
would do the pottery thing together, Brian, but we didn't.
Oh shit! I could have lifted you up in the ocean. No, we had a good time. I want to go back. I like having my peoples. You know, my peoples. We all go out on like an adult vacation. I love that. We need to do that more often.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember the last time we did it.
I went last weekend with Nick Lemons from Stare Integrity and his family, and they said the same thing. They're like, "Man, why don't we do this more often? This is great."
Yeah. I mean, other than a work, so we go to shows all
Yeah.
the time. You know, we go to different like Vegas, Portland, or the Oregon area, fucking Alabama, Indiana. But it's always work related.
Yeah. Yeah.
To go somewhere and not be work related is nice. So,
Joey says he loves us. Thank you, Joey.
Mr. Joey.
We love
I
you guys
too,
too.
Joey.
And Jerry loves you too.
So, how do you like the ring? Is it your style ring, honey? I have to ask this question. Did I do an okay job? At least an okay job. All right. What would you change differently about this ring? Because I'm sure it's not exactly.
Oh, come on, Brian.
As far as function, it sticks up a lot, so I'm always working with my hands. So other
Yeah.
than that,
You can use it
it's
to punch
beautiful.
somebody.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I knew you liked rose gold, but I knew you also didn't want a completely rose gold ring.
I don't like the cheap gold, but
Right. So I did the white gold with the rose gold like inlay or whatever. It worked out. And
No
there's,
say, Kendrell.
there's a diamond in there too. It does things that diamonds do.
Los Twitters no está.
Over here speaking Spanish.
Kendrell asked me a question in Spanish.
What do you say?
He says, "Donde están mis tweeters?" He said, Where are my
the
tweeters at?
Kendrell, did you order tweeters? If not, I apologize because you're probably the only person that's been asking about them for
I know,
years.
right? We need to get some more in for Kendrell.
There was a period of time,
I don't-
Kendrell, where we didn't hear from you for a while.
Are these SA tweeters or these?
The Pro Sound.
The pro tweeters.
Oh, okay.
I think Kendrell's been busy with his respiratoryisms.
Probably a busy man.
Yep.
Heck yeah, that was an awesome trip. We had
Yeah.
a blast, and like I said, I liked it. I brought my kids back twice.
And it was perfect temperature.
yeah, the temperature was the
Uh,
best when I was there with you guys.
Actually, right after the proposal, a massive storm front moved through while we were up on top of the mountain, and you can see everything like the squall line just. That was pretty awesome. Then the wind picks up.
Yeah.
And it rained a little bit, but thank God it didn't hit us too hard because
Yeah.
we were up on the top. I always wanted to be on top of a mountain when a storm comes through. And that happened right after the engagement. So
Yeah.
what does that tell you? The
Dun,
gods.
dun, dun.
So Jerry, how's your life?
Life
You
is
haven't
good.
you haven't really expressed excitement. You're here at Sundown Audio. You're working for us now.
That's
Oh,
an
don't get me
exciting
wrong. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Jerry
Oh,
works here now.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Oh, I do.
Oh, see, everybody knows.
The handbook's right here.
That's Brian's.
Yeah, I need to re up on the handbook every month. See what I'm fucking up on. You know.
I need to read the handbook, so that's going to be my homework.
You notice
for
at the
tonight.
end of every "Don't do this," it has parentheses says Brian.
Yeah.
Does it?
Or Jimmy. Yeah,
Or
Brian,
Jimmy.
Yeah, Brian or Jimmy.
Damn it, Jimmy.
I feel like I'll at least get one. There'll be at least one thing that
Well,
is
So
Jerry specific.
what did you do before working here?
Thank you, Joey.
I used to work I used to work for a local municipality back where I lived in the stormwater department. So we did a lot of, we did pipe laying and.
I know you laid that pipe, Jerry.
I was glad you made that reference.
Thank
But
you.
I was coming.
I seen it. I saw it. But
Jerry,
we
the pipe layer.
I did that, ditch digging.
Yeah, you did. You dirty dog, you.
We cut the ditches. You got one for that?
Laid it.
Did you lube up the holes too?
Oh, man.
Actually, we did use a lot of pipe lube.
There you go.
See, yep. Absolutely.
Pipe lube.
It's a real thing when you're joining the PVC pipes. And, yeah, but yeah, we had like
joining
buckets.
too?
We had like buckets of pipe lube.
I think Bryan needs one of those buckets for this
A
room.
gallon of lube.
That would be.
I don't need any
We're
lube.
good.
I do just fine without lube.
Oh my God.
See, that's what my boss used to say. When we started using pipe lube, and it made everything go a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. it saves you seconds.
It's funny because it sounds
Prevents
bad.
friction.
because It does. It does.
They got that wire lube too for putting wires through the conduits.
They do.
See, we never did those. We always left those to contractors.
Yep.
We always stuck with like the.
So did you have to like unclog gutters and shit, or not gutters? Yeah, those are called gutters, right? Street gutters.
Culverts.
Okay.
Culverts
You have to like
or-
unclog that kind of shit and do stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we had to climb in manholes and what else was it?
You're a pretty big dude. How do you fit in a manhole?
Very carefully. But there's a secret to it. You got to drop down a certain way, and it also depends on. Whether
Yeah,
or
you use some of
not-
that pipe lube.
I actually did that once.
Damn.
The worst thing you can do is get pipe lube on a step ladder.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you hit your chin on the manhole when you're on your way down.
And it's like
Doing.
no, you slip off, and it almost takes your head with it. But it was exciting. It was exciting though. It was all because I'm claustrophobic, so I'm like stuck in a concrete box that's like this big. And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Screw that.
That was not the
Sounds less than ideal.
No, not at all.
Well, now you'll be in an air conditioned office, and you know.
I've heard.
Here's the
I'm
problem with
excited.
that, Jerry.
Uh,
You're gonna get fat.
fat.
Just be careful. I gained probably 30 pounds as I started working for Sundown. Because
I did too, then I lost it.
I'm a lot less active than I used to be. So just take care of yourself.
He's going to be part of the Sundown Gym Club.
Yeah, you're going to notice.
I already got a membership.
Look, I don't know what your anxiety level is or how good you are with people. You know, these are all things you're going to find out here soon. But there's a way you have to talk to some people that are inevitably you're going to have somebody that's pissed. You know, when you're working in that department, there's going to be pissed off people.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're always right. But here at Sundown, we don't treat them that way. They're not always right.
So the customer
there's a
is
way-
sometimes right.
There's a way of talking to a person. Thank you very much, John Little. There's a way of talking to a person to tell them that they're wrong and to get them to apologize to you.
I have literally been training for this for 9 years. Like, imagine, like, in the previous profession, everything that you do, right, is people getting mad at you for some reason or another. It's like, when are you going to cut my ditch? Why doesn't this flow? You know? So,
Right.
basically, in my position, I talk to those people a lot. So, I feel like I'm prepared for this.
Yeah,
All
you don't
right.
belittle them or anything. There's a way of talking to, and Donnie's starting to become really good at this too, where it's just like, you after a while, you just know how to talk to somebody and get to the point and flip it around to where they're finally paying their bill, you know,
Yep.
Yeah.
and they're not pissed off. There's almost an art to it. It's pretty cool because when it happens, you're like, hell yeah, I did that.
Look, man, I only had 5K on that SA8, bro. What are you talking about?
Right.
No warranty.
And then there's those people that you just will not make happy no matter what you do.
Yeah.
It's
It's true.
unfortunate. You know, we cannot make everybody happy. So it will get to you. You're going to lose sleep over it from time to time until you learn how to turn it off.
I think Jerry's pretty chill.
Yeah. See, I always have an emotional support Scooby-Doo stuffed animal in my vehicle.
Oh.
So I leave all my problems there, and then I pick them up in the morning, and I go back in. You know, don't take the stress home with you.
You leave all your problems with Scooby-Doo.
Why not? He solves mysteries.
Oh,
I mean,
hey,
it makes perfect sense.
did you hear Kendrell's message he's talking about, Brian? Where he's a celebrity?
I mentioned you made me a celebrity. There's the new messaging system at Google is kind of weird, and I do believe I got it. How about you guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'll see if I can find it. Okay?
Caviar. You know, I've been doing that caviar thing as a joke with Nick Lemons for years, and I was at Costco, and they had a little thing of caviar for sale with comes with a little caviar spoon. I'm thinking about buying it and doing like a little short video for Nick on like
Do it.
I think I found it.
Put a monocle on or something, you know.
Oh,
here we go.
Jake, you totally need
All right, so here's Kendrell. I believe this is the voicemail he's talking about. Let me see how to. Here we go.
What's up, guys? It's Ginger Ale, or Ginger Ale, according to what just happened to me. I'm at a quick trip. Gassing up, I just dropped my daughter off to her first dance. Yes, I'm going to cry a little later. But anyway, I got my Sundown After Dark shirt on, and this guy walks up to me. He says, "You listen to that podcast?" I said, "Yeah. I like the show quite a bit." He was like, "Hey, that's awesome, man. I do too." He told me his name, and I said, "I'm Ginger Ale." He said, "Ginger Ale?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh my God, I've heard." I said, "Yeah." And I still get called Ginger Ale to this day. So thanks Sundown Audio or Sundown After Dark for making me say.
All right, that's awesome.
That's Mr.
That
Ale
is
to you.
That is kick ass. That is awesome. So, you know, that's the cool thing. You know, we from time, as you guys remember, we haven't done a show probably in a month and a half.
Yeah.
And due to lack of motivation and us just being busy wanting to go home. But, you know, when I go to these shows, and I've done a lot of I've gone to a lot of shows this past season, and every time I get asked, "Hey, I like your show. When are you going to do more?" It actually helps pump it up. It actually helps gain the motivation.
Well, it's cool to hear people actually listen to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like he didn't even know that guy, you know,
Right.
And that's pretty awesome. And I thank you guys very much for, you know, being a part of this show. I wish I can do more. I know I can do more. It's just that
we need to do like a weekly.
I need to be more.
We've also been
congruent.
getting a billion containers, and we're all just beat.
You know, physically and mentally just gone.
Yeah.
That's why we just took a little break. I'm going to be doing a whole video series on my truck. I really enjoy doing those, so I'm going to.
I got a number for y'all. It's in almost exactly 30 days, 21 containers.
Yeah, we're hurting. We feel it. Mm-hmm. We got Jerry now, so we're good.
He's good.
And I'll definitely be here too.
You got the muscles.
I really dug I really dig the whole the Sundown After Dark thing.
Thanks,
so
man.
I would
It's
like.
fun.
Can I like claim this seat?
So that seat is usually what I call the hot seat.
Usually
never
that's
mind, I
where
don't want that
Thomas
energy.
sits too.
Yeah, so that seat is usually for the if I got a guest on, that's usually where they sit.
So yes,
So
you can
am
claim
I a
it.
guest or? Because
Well,
I live here
you're
now.
the hot seat. Well, actually, Crystal should have been
Well,
that seat.
what we
today,
can do is you sit there, claim that seat, and then if we have somebody on, we can just move down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 6
Okay,
mics on
that's
this table,
fair.
not including
Tom-
mine. So we're good.
Thomas can be over there now, and I could be right here, and you can just move us down if you have somebody.
I can answer Robert Williams' question.
Yeah.
Robert basically wants to know what you have to do to become part of Team Sundown.
And he wants to know how often it gets reviewed.
So, first and foremost, if you want to be part of Team Sundown, you have to email teamsundown@sundownaudio.com.
Right. It's
That
on,
go-
it's on the website.
Yeah, that goes to our team captain, who is Walt Johnson, is his name. He's a very senior SPL guy.
Yeah.
Love Walt. Walt's a
Um,
great guy.
Walt, I will say, he is a very busy man, so it may take him some time to get to your application. But here's the best thing I can tell you to do to get things rolling. When you email Walt, you don't just say, "Hey, I want to be on the team."
Yes.
Usually he'll be like, whatever."
Yeah.
You want to treat this as if it's a job opportunity where you're going to be giving your resume. You want to give links to your was it Term Lab stuff or Term Pro or whatever that
And Turn Pro.
DB Drag, any type of organization that you compete with, give that information. You don't have to win all the time. We just what he's looking for is he wants to see that you're going to shows, multiple shows, and you're traveling and showing your worth. Again, you don't have to be a winner, but we want to see that you're worth us giving you that discount for that product and giving you a priority
Right.
over other customers. So once he makes that decision, yes, obviously you have to switch your products out to Sundown products, which people usually start with subwoofers first. And we understand if you're going to do it in stages, obviously things aren't cheap these days. So,
Right. Absolutely.
But yeah, you start off somewhere and you go. So that's how you just treat it like a job. You're applying for a job.
I like Kendrell's idea. Get an autographed shirt that says ginger ale on it.
Fuck yeah. Have Kyle make a ginger ale shirt. He's already got a Saving Second Base Sundown After Dark shirt, I
Right.
believe. Or
He
save the
submitted a
Tatas.
PowerPoint presentation.
Nice.
There you go.
I like that.
That's
I like
actually
that
really
energy,
cool.
Though. Like
Yep.
that's dedication.
Now here's the thing: does Walt have the equipment to be able to view that PowerPoint? We have to figure that out.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
He just got a smartphone recently, so
How
Nah,
would seem
I like messing with Walt. He's an old guy. So, no, you'd be good. No, he will never be on this team. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I would.
Mr. DeClue.
So SD Designs, they're talking about the special subs for Cigar Joe that we're doing.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about that?
We'll wait and let them do it
Okay,
when they get ready.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably. Well, no, we got everything set up and ready to go, don't we?
Yeah, we just have to finish.
Do you have coils for that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, which coils are? Well, I mean, I know they're 8-layer, but okay.
Are they?
We'll just leave it alone.
Are
Leave
they,
it alone.
Bryan?
I don't know what's going on.
It's,
Thank you, Mr. Adam.
It's the SPL secret.
Love the amp lineup. Is there a DSP crossover in the future? So there was at one point.
Yeah, we've been tinkering around with it, but it's like I'm just not ready to do that yet. But yeah, eventually, more than likely.
I've always had this dream of creating a DSP that just kind of worked with everything, whether it's Bluetooth or fiber optic.
Yeah.
And basically it's your head unit.
Mm-hmm.
And you just set it up with your iPad or device, whatever it is you want to do, and it not have like an interface. Your interface can be multiple things.
Yeah.
And it just
I think some of the newer ones do that.
yeah. Well, they're getting a whole lot better these days. I know like Helix and Mosconi's got some really cool shit out doing that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's so
but
many.
you're paying big money
There's so
for
many
them.
good DSPs out there. It's like I don't want to just make one just because it says Sundown on it. I really don't want to do that. Because then, what advantage am I really offering? So
You're offering the advantage of people having a complete Sundown system from front to back.
I guess so.
That's the advantage. You know how our customers are. They even buy the wire because it says Sundown.
That's me.
So
Yep.
and they can buy different wire. There's cheaper wire out there. It's almost.
I mean,
as
that's
good.
one of the only reasons we did like the fuse holders and fuses because
Mhm.
people are like, "Hey, man, I want my shit to say Sundown on it."
The thing about DSPs are, if you don't make them user friendly enough, we're going to get a lot of tech calls in.
Yeah,
and
most of
that's-
them are pretty hard to use. I
Yeah,
feel like.
you are correct. We need to, if we're going to ever go down that path, it has to be super user friendly.
Yeah.
And I guess we have to find somebody to be able to do that.
Indubitably. Yeah, that'd be a big
Yeah.
project. I'm trying to maybe finally finish my damn US made amplifier line before I get into any other big projects like that.
Yes, please.
I'm trying.
Please, that when that happens, Brian's going full blown SQ mode in his car.
Yeah, those things are going to be the jam.
You know,
But, it's been a huge thing with like all the COVID global crap going on. It's been a nightmare to get anything done.
Yeah. Speaking of COVID, honey, did you want to talk about what kind of decisions you're gonna have to make here soon? And did you want to go on a rant? Do you want to globally go on a rant?
Isn't that like, well,
That'll probably get us canceled.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say, I don't
there's
think-
plenty
I
of
don't
people
think you're
talking about
supposed-
this already. They can't cancel this shit. for
Robert,
us.
I'm working on Sundown audio tape, by the way.
like, okay, well, like when
SPL
you say,
tape.
I'm curious because I've had an idea about this for years.
SPL tape.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you sent us some shit one time, didn't you?
I sent
Glue.
SPL glue.
Oh yeah, SPL glue.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been working on prototype tape. It's like similar to like Gorilla tape, and then also the aluminum tape, and then electrical tape, things like that.
It's got the name Sundown on it.
Yeah.
that was literally my idea. I was like, okay, we just need like foil tape on top of
Can
Gorilla
you
tape.
can you
but
get it
better.
made in little square pieces, but still on a roll? Did you ever see how those guys they do the squares? And
Yeah, I don't think so. It was hard enough just to get a company to print for me.
That
Seems
would be
risky. Could be
cool.
a sticky situation.
Try to
Yes, sir.
irritate.
Yeah. The local company that makes tape, no, they don't want to do it.
Yeah. And then
Actually, I think they just said they couldn't do
then
it.
the Gorilla Company was literally just like, no.
Really?
Yeah.
That kind of. Wait, hang on. Who was it? Was that Gorilla? I talked to somebody when I was working on SP. No, it was Type Bond. Never mind.
Yeah.
Aren't they in Ohio? I think they're in Ohio.
Yeah. Ain't nobody had time for that. Donnie, why don't you go talk to him? You're there every weekend.
I want to say I passed the place on the way to my convention. I was like, hey.
Canada.
Yep.
So Donnie, you went to Utah. Since the last time we've had a show, you went to Utah.
Yeah, it was cool.
So tell us a little bit about that. Why'd you go up there in the first place? That was your wedding anniversary?
No. We usually do like a fall trip. Like we'll do a trip.
Oh, sorry, your anniversary's February. Duh, I'm stupid.
Yeah, February. So we usually do a trip in February. Then we'll do like a fall vacation.
Right.
But my wife, well, I do too. You know, we really like hiking, and she wants to go to like every national park. So
Sounds
you know,
badass.
Utah has 5 of them. You know, and pretty close.
The whole damn
proximity.
state basically is a national park.
Yeah, the whole state's basically a national park.
Yeah. There's nothing
So
there except
we
for
wanted to check
plateaus.
that. We wanted to check that out, and you know, I'm a big Halloween fan. So there's Halloween 4, 5, and 6 were shot there. So I went to some of the filming locations.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was neat. It was really fun. I had a really good time.
Yeah. So I really
And I visited a dealer, one of our dealers, while I was there
Nice.
too.
Which
we have,
one?
We have a dealer in.
You gotta do that.
Drive-in Audio Sound. James at Drive-in Audio Sound. That was really cool.
Nice.
And I got to see. One of the guys that works there has a Sundown build, and then one of his regulars came up to show me his build. It was really cool. Yeah, it was a really good time.
Yeah,
That was cool.
Anytime I go out of state somewhere and I know a dealer's there, I try to make it a point to go out there.
Yeah.
You know, but if I'm with my lady, I'm not going to make it a big deal. We'll just go swing by real quick, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they'll like to take you out, you know, show you
Yeah.
all the cool things.
Can I do that now?
You can do that. Like, hey, I work for Sundown.
Dude.
Like I used to go to Charleston often, and I would go meet up with. Back then it was Norton's that was there.
Now it's Audio Evolution.
Yeah, and Black Optics Tent or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So when last time, I've only been to Salt Lake City one time. That was for 2 hours on a layover with Jake.
Yep.
And we flew in there, and I noticed something crazy about Salt Lake City. You fly when you're flying into it, you notice it's super flat, and all of a sudden there's a mountain. Like, sorry about the funny sound. That's
thought
just
that was me.
that's just the computer. It does funny things. No, so it's like super flat, and all of a sudden it's like you can see where the mountain starts. It just straight up. You know, it's like a plateau or whatever they call it. That's pretty awesome because we don't have that here. We've got mountains. We got big mountains in North Carolina,
So-
but it's a gradual incline.
Yeah, the highest part of the Grand Staircase that goes to the Grand Canyon is in Utah. But yeah, it's all So that makes
Heck
sense.
yeah.
But you didn't go to the
That's
7-Eleven where the big gulps.
No, I didn't. We just ran out of time, and it's not a 7-Eleven anymore. It's a check.
So there's a
cashing
part
place.
of Dumb and
Oh,
Dumber.
man.
Yeah.
There's a scene in Dumb and Dumber where he walks out of 7-Eleven and these guys with drinks and he goes, "Big gulps, huh? All right." And he walks away. That was filmed in Utah.
Yeah, a lot of Dumb and Dumber was filmed in Utah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love. Actually, I was in Thomas's room earlier. We actually played that scene because you have to play it every once in a while. You know.
Yeah.
Same thing with.
Big gulps. All right, see ya. I just love how the guys drinking the big gulps. They don't like. There's just no
they don't even
expression. They don't even acknowledge it.
So it's one of those scenes, and just like the Clumps dinner scenes, I have to watch at least a couple times a year because they're the
Oh,
best.
Robert wants to know what happened in the demo van. We sold that to Audio Apex.
Yeah, Kyle Rutherford drives it almost every day.
Yeah.
And Kyle, Kyle's got Clippo, but he kind of like let Apex do their own thing with Clippo, and Kyle's actually going to turn the van into a big demo van, I believe, of his own.
Because Clippo's doing like over 180 now.
Yeah,
so it's
Clippo is almost more of an extreme build for numbers now.
Yeah.
And so Kyle wants to go back to Windy, so he's going to do the van. So
it's
look
a
out for it.
Solid platform for it.
Oh yeah, totally. They have to fuck around with the box a little bit. I think some of it came undone. I know the ceiling part or the what's that shit called on the ceiling of a car? Headliner.
Headliner.
Headliner fell down on it too. So. Yeah. But anyway, we just wanted to have a quick little show.
Indeed.
Chris and I got engaged. I got in a wreck, bought another truck after it. Donnie went to Utah. And Jerry Howard works for us now.
A lot of things happen.
A lot of funny little things happen. Again, thank you all for your support. Thank you for the
Thank you.
the monies that you just sent us. We'll try to get back on a regular schedule here. And everybody have a grand evening. Take care of yourselves. Good night.
Yay!
I need to like a sign off.